Alright, welcome everyone to another Smackdown review, this time for the November 13th edition of Smackdown. Okay, so we have Undertaker versus Chris Jericho for the first time ever in a one-on-one matchup. We have a Batista and Rey Mysterio contract signing, as well as the Brothers of Destruction reuniting. The show starts right now. Go ahead and try to take what's mine. Let it roll, I'm unstoppable. Let it roll. Alright, what's up everyone? It's November 13th, and it's time to start our SmackDown review. So the show starts off with CM Punk. First of all, let me start by saying sorry for not having the Wednesday show. I'll definitely be doing the Wednesday show this week. So please send in any questions about WWE or comments down in the comment section below. Thank you, I appreciate it, and I do apologize for my mistake. Again, thank you to all my subscribers and watchers and raters and commenters. Thank you. Now we can start the show. Alright, so CM Punk comes to the ring and does his usual straight edge spiel. You know, the stuff that gets everyone sleeping. I mean, it was interesting at first when Jeff Hardy was there because, well, Jeff Hardy was a druggie. Or so we think. And now it's just getting kind of boring when he does it. They stopped doing it for a while and they brought it back this week. Not a good idea. Then R-Truth comes out, and R-Truth really looking good here in his as far as his mic skills go. They seem to be, you know, better than I would have expected, and the crowd's really behind him, really. And I could see eventually down the line somewhere in R-Truth CM Punk feud. I don't think they're going to do that right now because of the whole Scott Armstrong thing. But who cares? Alright, so they have a matchup. The first match of the night was CM Punk versus R-Truth. CM Punk wins by cheating, holding the ropes. The match was a pretty good match to actually start off the show. 3 out of 5, which is, you know, it's okay to start off the show. I mean, and really that's something that this is a match that wasn't half as bad as I thought it would have been. And so 3 out of 5. Alright, so next we have Layla coming out, or Mickie James coming out of her locker room, and Layla coming to distract Mickie James, and basically asking Mickie James why she hasn't left yet. Well, Layla, you haven't done anything, so if anyone needs to leave, you need to leave. I'm just saying. But basically, Michelle McCool goes into Mickie James' locker room while Mickie James' back is turned. Alright, so Mickie James comes out to the ring, and Natalya is already in the ring. And that sucks for Natalya. You can't even get your own entrance. That sucks. But anyway, Natalya ends up winning the match after Michelle McCool and Layla come down to the ring. And apparently, Michelle McCool went into the locker room to get Mickie James' locker room to get Mickie James' clothes. This is really petty. That is stupid. That is not even. Come on. If you're gonna do something to get at Mickie James, you're gonna take her clothes and cut it up. Yeah. Next match, Finlay versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes out to the ring and tells Finlay that if he wants to fight, or says Finlay loves to fight, and if he wants to fight, then they can fight. And so Finlay versus Drew McIntyre, the match kind of got a little out of hand, so the referee called a double disqualification because they were hurting each other. Oh no, referee stopped the match because they're actually hurting each other. I mean, last time I checked, wrestling was supposed to be peaceful. We're supposed to sit down, have some tea. We're in England, have some tea and biscuits and stuff. Come on. It wasn't anything too brutal that there had to be a double disqualification for. So that's kind of confusing. Either way, Drew McIntyre hits Finlay with a shillelagh twice after the match, and so it looks like they're going to be doing a Drew McIntyre-Finlay feud. And Finlay had to be helped to the back by referees. And we have contract signing Batista and Rey Mysterio. Basically, they signed really quickly, and if that's the case, they should have just had it backstage. But Batista pulls out another set of papers, and basically, Batista pulls out some more papers, and basically those papers are stating that Batista is not liable and cannot be sued if he hurts Rey Mysterio at Survivor Series. And Rey Mysterio's like, I'm not signing this. And Batista's like, yes, you are. And Rey Mysterio's like, no, I'm not. And Batista's like, yes, you are. Basically, that's how it goes back and forth until Rey Mysterio decides to sign it. And Rey Mysterio says, Batista, you're not going to be the one embarrassing me. It's going to be the other way around. I'm going to be embarrassing you. And then Rey Mysterio proceeds to throw the table over on Batista. Batista falls back in his chair. Batista kicking his legs. Matt Striker runs out the ring like a little bitch. And that's how it ends. Batista gets up, breaks the chairs. Wheels go flying everywhere on the little rolly chairs. Alright, so I had to do this part all over again, the second half of this review, because the popping got really bad. So hopefully I get my new camera soon so I can fix that, get that out the way. Anyway, speaking of Matt Striker running out the ring like a little bitch, he was really annoying on commentating this week. It was like he was just correcting Todd Grisham, and you could tell at several different points Todd Grisham was getting kind of frustrated with Matt Striker. So it was kind of annoying, and so I don't know what to say about that. Jim Ross, please get well soon. Alright, so next we have Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison for the Intercontinental Belt. Dolph Ziggler, man, they're really making him have to work for this. I mean, I understand they don't want to bury John Morrison by making him a quick champion, but on the other hand, we're having Dolph Ziggler suffer because of that fact, because he should be Intercontinental Champion. But either way, the match, really good match, 3.5 out of 5. It was good all the way up to the point where there was a double count out, which kind of sucked because, and you can hear the crowd boo, because WWE and this whole count out and disqualification thing lately that they've been doing, it's really gotten out of hand. So that's what happened. It interrupted a really good match, and because of double count out, we're going to see it again next week in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I think next week is when Dolph Ziggler will finally win. If it's for the championship, I don't think they said whether it's for the championship, but if it is, I think Dolph Ziggler will come away with the the Intercontinental Championship next week. That should be awesome to watch, though. So I'm sure they're gonna blow the roof off the arena next week. Beth Phoenix faces a jobber again for the 3rd week in a row. I'm giving it 1.5 out of 5. John Morrison, Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if I said 3.5 out of 5. Really good match. Alright, so for the first time ever in WWE history, Undertaker goes against Chris Jericho. First time, 10 years in the making. It's kind of interesting to note that these two haven't faced each other one-on-one. That's kind of unbelievable. But so tonight they put on a pretty good match, or actually a really good match. 4 out of 5 I'm going to give it. The only way it could have been better is if it was longer, but they used the time that they got wisely, and it was really good. A lot of great, innovative counters by Chris Jericho and Undertaker, and just a lot of good action, great booking for the matchup. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, and Undertaker wins with Hell's Gate. After the match, Big Show comes out, distracts Undertaker. Chris Jericho comes from behind. Big Show pulls Undertaker's legs out, and then they start beating on him. Cue the fire pyro. Kane takes a beeline to the ring, to a quiet crowd. Really, I think the crowd wasn't as into it as they thought. And so Kane takes out Chris Jericho. Kind of a weak ending, and I think they edited the part with Vince in, because I don't think that was initially what. But it was kind of a weak ending. The crowd was dead silent, and it was kind of like Kane didn't know what to do. Like, it was just really silent ending, kind of weird. But Vince McMahon was talking on the phone with Teddy Long, and said next week the Brothers of Destruction will reunite and take on Chris Jericho versus Big Show, which is a huge main event. But overall, this SmackDown was really, really good. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and I think SmackDown is headed in the right direction, back in the right direction. It's starting to get back up there. I mean, not to the point where it was, a couple of months ago, but it's getting its own identity back of being the best show on the show for wrestling. So that's a good thing. Once again, send in any comments, questions about SmackDown, Raw, whatever you want to talk about in the comment section below. Give you a shout out on the Wednesday show, and I promise this Wednesday it will happen. Promise. Alright. Also, comment, rate, subscribe like you always do. I appreciate all of you guys who have done that already. And if you haven't, go ahead and do that. I'd appreciate it. The question of the night is simply, which Survivor Series match are you most looking forward to? Is it the Team Kofi, Team Randy, Team Miz, Team Morrison match, Batista, Rey Mysterio, World Heavyweight Triple Threat match, the WWE title match, Triple Threat match, or the Divas, the Divas Survivor Series match? It's be fun. Alright, So, thanks again for watching again. I'll see you guys Monday night with my Raw review. Peace out, y'all.